You name it. I've got it.
Alright, so let me explain something here. I just talked to my friend who lives on the other side of town, and his internet went out too. So, ISP is bad. I might have to change my stream times. This is becoming a repeat offense here. It did this last night too. It might just be doing like ass o'clock maintenance or something, but what this basically means for you guys is it probably won't do like 1cc attempts on these night streams anymore. I mean, I guess I can local record. That's how I recorded my last one, but there's nothing I can do about it. So he's on the other end of town. He's like 10-15 minutes away from me, so that rules out a number of things. The equipment here is probably mostly functional. Yeah, I was already on edge because I spent like all that time re-downloading that stupid Stranger of Paradise game, and it's still laggy, so I was already like not in a good mood, and then that happened, and it kind of just like made me escalate. It's just frustrating. You just want to just sit down and play a game, and everything works against you. It gets frustrating. I know this shit would like piss off a saint, but I get agitated. As I streamed earlier today over here, and it was fine, but that was at like normal hours. I wish I could get a refund for Stranger of Paradise. That game caused me so much stress. The game itself was okay at best, but the port was just terrible. It was stressing me out. They really need to offer refunds for that game on PC. I think it's shady that they're not. The game doesn't work. Selling something that's non-functional for full price, AAA price. Need to pull a Batman Arkham Knight. Full refund, no questions asked, because they can't, you can't make a functional video game. Oh well, I saw all the content in that game. I'm not gonna reinstall that game again unless someone says it's like been completely fixed. They partially fixed Arkham Knight from what I heard. But a lot of it is just because there's been like 5 generations of computer components since that game came out. They partially fixed it. I wouldn't give them too much credit. It's one of those ports where it was crappy when it came out, but then like they did do some fixes to it, but a lot of it just comes from the fact that we have more powerful hardware to throw at it. You shouldn't need to do that for any game if you meet the recommended requirements. How long ago was that, though? Was that, like, around launch or after they fixed it? Because it was off the Steam store for, like, months. I've never played the game myself. I watched someone stream it back when it came out. What are people's thoughts on the ending of that game? I've seen the ending to that game. It's like, I'm surprised they haven't like gone back on it. But a lot of people think that the new one, what's the new one called? Kill the Justice League? Like, that one will probably make him come back. I don't know. I don't see it being a permanent thing. Those games make too much money. I'm surprised Warner Brothers even let them put in an ending like that. That seems like anti-corporate thinking there. Just make it so you can't make any more Batman games. I still don't even know how that got approved. It's very odd to come from like a modern game publisher where they're like, they want to make sequels forever. Yeah, I don't even know how they like WB even wanted them to do that. That seems like it's almost like making a Call of Duty where, like, I don't know, they find, like, a genie and tell them there's not going to be any war anymore. It's like, why would you want to do that? Like, you can't make more, like, like, that shit prints money, like, I don't know how that even happened. What was the ending supposed to be? Like, what was it supposed to be? I wouldn't be surprised if Batman comes back. I'd be shocked if he didn't. Probably in the Kill the Justice League games. Probably like he comes back at the end or something, and he like joins your party. I feel like they've stuck with it long enough. They're probably gonna do like a Yakuza kind of thing. I mean, it has been like 7 years since that game came out. That's a long time for like something selling millions of copies to not make a sequel. I don't know, just watching it, I was like, how does he just let him take the mask off? Like, like, dude, his armor could take, like, guns to the chest, a gunshot to the chest and stuff. He does, like, all this, like, superhuman stuff, even though he has no powers. I don't know, it just didn't make much sense to me watching it. Like, dude, Batman would not go down that easily. Yeah, not even trying. I don't know, it felt like a lame reason for him to retire. It's like... there's so many ways it could have prevented, like, having the mask be taken off and his identity being revealed. I was watching a speedrun of it today with the ending, so it's fresh in my mind. The speedrun pretty much shows you the majority of the plot. It just skips, like, you know, the open world stuff. Batman will probably come back. There'll be some... whenever that Kill the Justice League game comes out, probably be like, he'll come back at the end. And the cutscene will be leaked on the internet, like 2 weeks before the game comes out. I'm calling it now. Be some clickbait video of, like, Batman is back. Batman is back with, like, a bunch of exclamation points in the description. Being better than the Avengers is, those aren't some big shoes to fill. I don't see Batman being permanently gone. Plus, I feel like by the time that game comes out, it's going to be like closer to a decade since that game, the Arkham Knight game, came out. I don't know how much they care to honor the ending to a game that came out like almost a decade ago that like a lot of people may not even have played. That seems kind of weird to me. I mean, it's possible, but I can't see them keeping it for too long. Hey, look who's in the back. Look who's in the back. You want to see who's in the back? I'll show you who's in the back. I'll show you who's in the back. Hold on. There's a certain somebody in the back who I recognize very well because it's a game I grew up with. Certain somebody in the back I like just noticed. Spitting image. The Kunoichi from Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Warriors. See? Oops. Hold on. There. Nice little cameo. That totally is the Kunoichi. It has to be. It definitely is. The exact same look. It's just she's blue instead of red. It's a nice little cameo. I don't think many people will catch that. Very obvious Ninja Warriors reference. So let's compare the two. Let me pull up my capture source here. See? Spitting image. See? Alright, well, I don't feel like playing this again. Yeah, they'll probably bring back Batman. They'll probably show up at the end of that game. Like, I just wonder how long they can keep it secret. Like, that shit's gonna get leaked. And it's basically gonna ruin like the entire plot of the game, but it's very obvious that it will happen. I don't know if they'll make him playable, but he's definitely gonna be in the game. It's pretty ballsy to like do something like that, like make a character not around anymore, but it never sticks. It's too much money. Just like Virgil being dead. Like anybody could have told you, like, we're not going to keep Virgil dead. There's too much money on the table. He's too popular. They'll do it for a couple years, but he will come back. You can't just kill off a character like that that's popular and sells copies. I still think 5's story was way too predictable. I actually had the same problem that Arkham Knight did. Arkham Knight was like, everybody knew who the Arkham Knight was before the game even came out, and they like kept trying to like damage control it. It's like, oh, it's much deeper than that, and then it turns out, well, it's not. It's not. The Arkham Knight is exactly who everybody thought it was. DMC5 had that exact same problem. Like, dude, it was obvious, like, right away that Urizen was Virgil. Because it makes no sense for there to be some other powerful demon just come out of nowhere. DMC lore is actually pretty coherent in that it's not like Dragon Ball, where it's just like some super powerful enemy comes out of nowhere from like the other side of the universe or something. They don't do that. But what made it worse is that when the trailer came out and Urizen talks, um, someone actually slowed, they voice pitched him talking, and it just sounded like Dan Southworth. So that confirmed it right there. like, like that was supposed to be this huge plot twist that's not revealed until you're like 70% through the game. But nope, before the game even came out, months ahead of time. Yeah, but they tried to do the same thing though, where it's like trying to do damage control and kind of like tell people like, no, you're stupid. It's not that obvious. It's like, well, it is. It's like I don't expect like legendary writing from video games, but it's kind of an insult to your intelligence when you do shit like that. It would have been better if they like derailed it somehow. Like it wasn't who people thought it was. It's like, nope, you got the main plot twist right there before the game is even out. Like, I don't know, when games have really obvious plot twists, it feels worse than a movie. Because in a movie, the amount of time that you're consuming it is way shorter. 90 minutes to 2 hours. So it's like, even if it's painfully obvious, like, okay, this guy is the bad guy, or this person betrays the protagonist, or this person dies, like, you're not you're not being beat around the bush with it for too long. But when video games do it, it's really painful because even like the shortest video games with like story, they're way longer than any movie. And I think that's the problem with what like Arkham Knight and DMC5 tried to do. It's like it's painfully obvious the meat of the plot is painfully obvious if you've even remotely played or at least like watched the other games, but it takes like 8 hours for them to tell you, and it takes a lot out of it. It's a shame that that keeps happening. I never really have played any of the Arkham games for more than a couple minutes, but uh, I can relate to the frustration there, and that kind of thing happens. No, so the Arkham Knight thing is ripped from the comics. I never really did a lot with Batman when I was younger. I watched the original animated series, which a lot of people say is the best one anyway. I watched Batman Beyond, uh, but that shit didn't have an ending. The ending came in Justice League, which I watched like years later on YouTube. I didn't even know that happened. I thought Batman Beyond was pretty good. Just a little bit weird that they dump like these major plot twists on you, uh, ending basically ending the Batman Beyond storyline, but they do it in another show like 7 years later. I didn't even know that happened until like it had to have been like 2 or 3 years ago. I was not even aware. I watched that show every week back when it came out. I think that's the coolest looking Batman suit. Is the Beyond one. It's pretty common for kid shows to like not actually have endings, which is why it was weird that there were so many ones that tried to be more narrative focused instead of just trying to sell toys. Like a lot of them don't have endings. Hey Arnold's another one. Hey Arnold had a lot of plot threads and stuff that they introduced, like the parents and stuff, where his parents are, um, but was never resolved in the show. Yeah, I like the Batman Beyond suit. I think the reason I like the Batman Beyond suit is I'm like not a hardcore Batman fan. I watched a little bit of it when I was a kid, but I haven't really seen most of the movies or anything. To me, even back then, it made it more believable that people would not see how who he is. I've always thought the Batman costume is stupid because his mouth is exposed. There's two problems with that. The first is that he's wearing all this armor. You know, modern Batman has like all this sick armor and stuff to make it more plausible, more realistic for him to be able to take on like Muso amounts of thugs and shit. His mouth is exposed. Somebody could just shoot him in the mouth. He would reel over and they could kill him. The other part is that like someone could just like scan the bottom of his jaw, his mouth, and find out who he is. That's always bothered me. It's like he's like half of a tokusatsu character. I really like the Batman Beyond suit because it made it more believable that people would like not know who he is. A lot of the other superheroes don't have that problem because they're fully masked, but Batman, uh, that's always bothered me. I'm like, dude, what's the point of having like insane armor and shit and all this high tech if your mouth is exposed? It's giving people more ways to expose your identity, and your mouth is there. Like someone could just shoot you in the mouth. Bat COVID, yeah. I really like the Batman Beyond skin. I thought that that was really cool. Like Spider-Man does not have that problem. His mouth is, you can't see any part of his face. It's like yes, uh, you get past the fact that like somebody could easily recognize his voice. It's more believable. That Batman has always been a little bit of a stretch to me, even as a kid. Hello, Min. Nice to meet you. I translated what you're saying. Hello. It's okay if you can't speak English. You can chill in here. I don't mind. Now, so you think that somebody that has such a impactful secret identity, he would have like a tokusatsu kind of helmet where you can't take it off, or make it like it has to be like face scanned or have some kind of like code or something. I think that's what's kind of weird about Arkham Knight. It's like, why didn't he just do that? You think that with this technology, he would have like some way of preventing somebody from just taking the mask off. I mean, everything is like that when you distill it, but I don't know. That's always bothered me about every version of Batman, except Beyond. Did I play Batman Arkham City? I played that game for a couple hours. I had a very bad computer back then. I don't know how much I'd like it. I remember I really struggled with the what do they call the predator parts, where you have to hide from the guys and take them down without being seen. I'm not very good at that stuff, so I was like, I don't know if I really want to keep playing it. I kind of liked it. I've seen the plot to those games multiple times, so uh, I'd really only have the gameplay to go off of. What was wrong with the Batman Beyond suit? Let me look up the Batman Beyond suit in Arkham Knight. I'm curious. I want to look up an image of it right now. Holy shit. Dude, that looks cool. Like, that's more plausible that people would not know who he is. That's awesome. Holy shit. That looks really cool. And like I can't just look at his mouth and like the secret identity angle is like a lot more believable and plausible with a costume like this. That looks really awesome. Wow. That's like Common Rider type shit right there. That looks really cool. Yeah, this is my jam right here for Batman. Look at the one in City. Oh wow, the City one looks really bad. Yeah, definitely a downgrade from Night, huh? Looks kind of creepy. This one looks cool. That looks really awesome. He could pass for like a common rider. Yeah, I've always found that to be the dumbest thing about Batman. I'm not really a Batman enthusiast, but even as a kid, it's like, why does he have his mouth exposed? Like, it does not make any sense. Like, it's a massive compromise of safety to do that, both for like his secret identity and like actually fighting dudes with guns all the time. Like it makes more sense to look like that Arkham Knight skin, where it's like he's like a common rider. You can't see his face. I get that he does do the Batman voice, which helps, but I've never really been able to get past that fact. That has always bothered me. Whoa, what is this? Holy shit. Yo, this looks ultimate. Oh, yeah, that weeb slash. I love it. Yeah, I'm all about this. What is this, man? Wish listed. Oh, what the hell, man? Game of the year right here. Holy shit. Let me give you my money right now. Wow. Dude, the pixel art is amazing. That's an incredible sprite right there. Wow, that one's wish listed. What else is coming out this month? You know, come to think of it, isn't there like something that Superman does where uh he does like I've read this somewhere, like Superman does like hypnosis or some shit with his powers so that people don't put two and two together. Because I mean, Superman kind of has the same problem in a way. Um, all he does is he just takes his glasses off and he's Superman. But like, I seem to recall reading that somewhere that like they gave a explanation for that. Like he has some kind of power to like make people not get the correlation. I don't know if that's something that sticks. I mean, comic book stuff is like hundreds of people write that shit. There's like not much consistency. It depends on who's writing it, but at least there was something there. I don't remember where I read that, but Oh, this comes out, huh? This is a really good game, by the way. I haven't played this game on the stream in a while, but this game is really good. Highly recommended. Ugh. I don't know if I'll bother buying this though. I kind of already put like months into the months into the mobile version, and I already have a direct feed capture source. Like I don't know if I'll bother. I don't think it has microtransactions, does it? Huh. Whoa! What is this? What is this? Yeah, this looked kind of cool, but I'm not sure. Oh wait, got some sauce there. Ooh, that Perry. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. All right, that's discovery number 2 for tonight. This dumpster diving session. Probably not going to play any more games tonight, by the way. If you're looking for more gaming, I'm probably done for tonight. Uh, just want to plan out some stuff for May. Because May I'm going to be on vacation, so make sure I have some stuff to play. I'll probably queue up like a week of videos when I leave. I probably won't even be able to mobile stream from there, most likely. The hotels in that area charge like your firstborn child and shit to use the internet, so I don't think my friend is going to pay for that, and I'm not going to pay for it either. I don't need it that badly. But there won't be any stream content from me that week. Uh, well, there might be. We'll see. But like the internet at the convention center gets bodied because cosplays being uploaded and stuff. I don't know how well I could really stream from there. I'll try it. Probably take some videos or something and upload them. I might do that. Yeah, I really need a break. Oh yeah, this game. I've heard of this game before. If his mouth wasn't exposed, how would the bats spread COVID? Yeah, That's as good a reason as any for Batman to cover his mouth. It's not following mask mandates. That's like the third reason why having his mouth exposed is stupid. That's like the core design of Batman too. That's always triggered me. Don't look like there's anything really coming out in May. Oh wow, yeah, Breakers is coming back. Breakers Revenge with rollback. That's pretty cool. Uh, I'm old, so I'll probably buy that. High chance I'll buy that, but I don't think I'd really stream it. Mostly would be just to play it. I used to play that when I was a teenager. This is the best category on Steam right here, the ninja category. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. I heard this game was really bad. I'm not going to be buying that one. Sorry to all you Senran Kagura fans. I'm not covering that game. I probably wouldn't play that if they gave it to me for free. Uh, Someone in my Discord server bought the Japanese version of this. It looks terrible. Hard pass. Senran Kagura is already kind of just worse Basara, but that game looks even worse. Oh, that teleport slash is awesome. I just saw Strider's fierce punch right there. That's literally Strider's fierce punch from Marvel. Yeah, sure. Wish listed. More ninja games are always welcome. Oh, what's this? Yeah, this kind of just looks like Way of the Passive Fist. It's probably a lot more interesting to play. That game is really cool, by the way. Way of the Passive Fist. It's just you don't get the enjoyment out of watching someone play it. You have to actually play it yourself. It's not a good spectator game at all. Maybe that game that I was just looking at, it might actually be pretty cool, but when you put like all the mechanics on just countering, it's really engaging to play, but it's boring to watch, which was Way of the Passive Fist problem. I actually talked to the developer of that game. They gave me a key for that a couple years back. Like, yeah, that was the main problem with it. Really boring sounding concept, and it's boring to watch, but actually playing it was very engaging. Oh, this looks solid. When does this come out? Sure. You gonna show any gameplay in this? I mean, this looks cool, but I want to see the actual game. Oh shit! Got a sign of the cross there from Neo. This looks like a Tetsuo adjacent game. It does. It looks a little rough around the edges, but yeah, sure. I'll follow that one. I forgot this was coming out too. All right, folks, I'm done for tonight. I'm done. I'm done dumpster diving. Uh, I guess I can't really do any 1cc stuff at night anymore. The internet's going to keep cutting out like that. I know it's nothing on my end now. Just my buddy Chris is on like the other end of town, and it happened to him at the same time too. I'm sure it'll pass eventually, but probably just have to stream earlier. Maybe like right when I get back from kitty sitting, maybe around like 10 or something. That way, if it cuts out, there'll still be minimal interruptions. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Good night.